Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you do subscribe, you have a chance to win an Air Lane Drive. I will be giving this pedal away as soon as we hit 1,000 subscribers. So smash the like button and subscribe. It doesn't cost you a damn thing. So today we are here to talk shit about Gibson. I'm just kidding. I love Gibson. Mainly, I'm having this discussion right now with you guys because I just purchased this guitar. This right here. A Carina Flying V, mahogany neck. But what is this? Made in Japan? Yeah, it's a Tokai. So I've been gassing for a Carina V for so long, and I didn't want to get an Epiphone one, and I obviously do not have $10,000 to get one of the Gibson Murphy Lab ones. So I looked for months for just, I don't know, some sort of deal on a Flying V, and I came across this guy right here. Now, I didn't really know much about Tokai, and me being, you know, I'll admit it, a kind of a brand whore, I never even thought about getting anything but a Gibson or an Epiphone. But I've had some Korean-made guitars and a couple Japanese-made guitars. I had like a Japanese Fender Telecaster Custom that was like awesome. And I was bidding on Reverb, going back and forth with this guy for like a Carina V loaded with like P90s, but the dude like never responded to any of my messages, so I just never got the guitar. But I really wanted a V, so I stumbled upon this thing, dude, and I was just like, oh, yeah, that checks all the boxes. 58, you know, Carina body, black hardware, unbounded neck. So I offered the guy an offer. I think he had it listed for like $2,000 or something, and I whittled him down. I'm not going to tell you what I paid for it, just in case I want to sell it. It came in the mail. I opened it up, and it was fantastic. It weighs absolutely nothing. I don't think it's chambered, but the control cavity and the pickups, I mean, so much of this lower bout, I guess, is routed out anyway, just for the hardware and the electronics. So it's pretty light. I haven't weighed it, but it's got to be like 5 pounds, like probably maybe even less. So the point of this video is Gibson good? Gibson is good. I mean, I love my 335 is still like my benchmark guitar, what I base every other guitar off of. But you don't have to spend a shitload of money to get like a quality Gibson guitar. Now, I did play a Murphy Lab Carina 58 Flying V, and let's just say it's not 5 times the price better than this. So you get to the point of like, you know, people talk about the diminishing returns of spending $10,000 on a guitar. Now, obviously, like a vintage guitar is going to go up in value if you get the right one. But I don't really see the point of like Gibson making these like new Murphy guitars. Like, and I don't know anything. I don't think that those guitars in 30 years are going to be worth the same as like 50s Gibsons and 50s and 60s Fenders. I just don't think it's the same thing. I think if you can find something that is made well and plays well, because that's what it's all about, even though I did want to put a fucking Gibson logo on the headstock of this thing, but I'm not going to do it. I don't know if those Murphy guitars, I mean, they're great. Like, I played a blonde 335 at the Gibson garage that was like, I looked at my wife and I was like, please, can I spend $8,000 on this guitar? And she was like, no. So for us normal guys, I mean, it's kind of hard to obtain those guitars, you know, and internet kind of ruined the secrets of like buying, grandma's guitar under her bed. You know, people can just take pictures and Google stuff and it just pops up and like, oh, it's worth all this money. If you're looking for something that, and I didn't even know this guitar existed. I joined like a Tokai guitar owners Facebook page, and apparently this is kind of rare. I don't know if the guy didn't know what he had, and I'm still a little suspect about the year, because it just doesn't really make any sense. It's like a 6-digit serial number, and it could be one from the 80s, but if it's one from the 80s, then it's worth a shitload of money, and I didn't pay a shitload of money for it. And the guy who I bought it from told me it was a 2012 Tokai custom shop, but I can't really find anything on the internet, and I really don't care. It's a great guitar. I don't care if it's from the 80s because it's not going to change how I treat it or play it. I'm still going to play it. But Gibson, man, let the little guy be able to afford some of these nice guitars. And, I get it. Tom Murphy's in there, Asian guitars, and I'm sure that takes a lot of time and people are buying them, so Gibson's not going to listen to me. But is Gibson good? Yeah, Gibson guitars are great. They're hit or miss. My motto is don't buy Gibson unless you play it, because I've played some fantastic Gibsons, Les Pauls and 335s that were just magic. And I've also played like some $6,000 clunkers, like Gibson Custom Shop, customs, and it's just like, man, this thing is just a dog. It's just dead. It doesn't have any life in it. Yeah, there's some other brands that are a little more consistent. Like every Paul Reed Smith I've ever had is really fucking awesome. But I don't know. We'll get into that in a later video. I don't want to talk shit about Gibson because I love Gibson, but at the same time, it's these guitars that everybody wants, like this one, I'd rather have this than the Epiphone one, honestly, because it looks the part more. The Epiphone ones, the Carina ones, I mean, yeah, they look great, but Gibsons are just becoming, they're becoming more and more unobtainable for the average working middle class American or gigging musician. And it's become sort of a thing of like, man, if you got one when you got one, don't sell it unless you have disposable income. Even like I was toying around with getting like a blonde 335. I really want the 58 one with no neck binding. But I mean, dude, these guitars are $5,000-$6,000 on the used market. And even like a new regular 335, you're looking at a $3,000 to $4,000 guitar. And that is very, very expensive for a guitar that might be a dud. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Do you have a Gibson guitar? Did you buy a dud at one point? And do you think, Gibsons are just kind of becoming unobtainable and it's, kind of risky shelling out that kind of money to maybe not get a great one? Make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you next time. Peace.